All right, good afternoon. Welcome to our Yoga Therapy for Parkinson's, supported by the Parkinson's Foundation. This is our mental health series. And for today's class, we just need the yoga block if you have one, or ball, one of the Silver Sneakers ball. If you have one, if not, just don't worry about it. We can do the class without. All right, so sitting upright, you can press the legs against the block. Begin to connect to your breathing. Take a deep inhale through your nose and a long exhale through your mouth. Letting the tension go. Inhale through your nose, out through your mouth. And then we're going to begin with a alternate nostril breathing. So you'll take your right hand and then we'll close the right nostril. So your right hand, which will be this one. Inhale through the left. Close the left and exhale through your right side. In through the right. Close out through the left. Continue that way. If it's hard to hold the hand here because of tremors or the shakes, you can just release the hand and visualize the air coming in and out through the nostrils without having to have the hand up here. That works too. Just do a few more rounds if you want to close your eyes as you do this, if that feels comfortable. Connecting to the breath, coming in through one side, out through the other side. One last round. We'll finish with the exhale coming out through the left side. And then we'll release the hand down. Just take a moment. We'll repeat the loving kindness meditation. You say that silently in your head, or you're welcome to say it out loud, whatever speaks to you. May I be happy. May I be strong. May I be free from suffering. May I know peace. So may I be happy. May I be strong. May I be free from suffering. May I know peace. Bring the hands to heart center. Rub the palms together. Create a little bit of heat in the hands. And then try to figure out where in your body you might need a little bit of heat, a little bit of support. So like maybe it's over your eyes, maybe it's over the chest, maybe it's your abdomen, your back. It doesn't matter. Anywhere that you want, you'll put your hands over. And we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, rub the palms together. Again, it could be the same place or you put it in a different place. And one last time. Again, it could be the same place, maybe a different place. Beautiful. Let's take a breath in together, reach the arms up and overhead. And as we exhale, we come to center. We'll chant one Om, breath in. And then on the next breath, beginning to warm up the body. So pressing the arms out. Finding a circle from the shoulders to the hips. Now, as we move today, if there's anything bothering you, you need to modify something, switch. You need to skip something, that's okay, right? Listen to your body. All right, next breath, we inhale, reach the arms, release them on the exhale, and then add a little bit of a forward fold, nothing too deep. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Up. And then we're going to go from the bottom up. So you bring the hands from the inside out. And then exhale, find that big circle. Bring it in and around Let's do that one more time. And then holding the chair in the back, just kind of press away from the chair and lift the chest slightly forward. So a little bit of a drop in the shoulders, a little bit of a lift in the chest, nothing too big. And then beginning to allow the head to gently rotate. Adding a little warm up here for the neck. And bring it the opposite direction. All right, on the next breath, look down towards the side of your chest. You'll find that stretch on this side and back. Bring it back up and then over into the other side. Bring it back up and then tilt the ear to the shoulder. And if you want to apply just a little bit of pressure, press here, but at the same time, sort of press the head gently up to resist that movement. Release the hand down, move the head back to center, over to the side, and again, just gently press the hand into the head and the head into the hand. And we'll let it go. Nice and slow. Release the arms to the side, allow a yes movement in the head, and then a tilting side to side. All right, keeping the shoulders to the front, keeping the head tucked in. We're gonna inhale, and as we exhale, we'll turn the palms of the hands facing up as we turn the head to the side. Finding that rotation to the side. Come back to center, over to the other side. Come back. Now as we go here, neck has a lot of sensation. So trying to connect to that sensation you're feeling in the neck, if you're feeling anything at all. And then bringing it back to center. We'll roll the shoulders up and back, big circles. Once again, always connecting to what you're feeling in your body. And then bringing it forward, so big circles forward. All right, very good. On the next breath, we bring the arms in, bringing the thumbs to point towards the ground. And then we'll open, squeeze the shoulders in the back, palms facing up, trying to bring the thumbs as far back as you can. We're gonna add the spine to this. So think of cow and cat, where we round the back like this, and then we lift and squeeze the shoulders, arch the back. Continue. And whatever feels good, like maybe one of these you wanna hold, maybe it's a cow you wanna hold, it just feels good. Or you need it, right? It feels tight. So feel free to just listen to the body. All right, we'll do it one more time. Out and then back. And then bring it back into center. Lengthen the spine. Reach the crown of the head up. Can you sit a little taller? All right, holding on to the knees. We begin to move the trunk in circles. And then bringing it the opposite direction. Again, first direction, maybe a little bit of a wider range in that circle. And bringing it the other direction. And then coming back to center. Press up and lengthen. Add a twist towards the side, gaze towards the back. Come back to center and over to the other side. And bring it back to center. All right, we squeeze the block with the legs and let it go a little bit. Squeeze and let it go. Not so much that we lose it. And then one more time, squeeze and then lift the heels and lean back and come forward a little bit. Lift the heels and lean back. Come forward. So you'll feel as you squeeze the block, the engagement of the abdominal muscles and the back muscles. Last time. All right, next time we go back, we'll come onto the heels and lift the toes and lean back just a little bit more without touching the chair. Bring it back, and then hold it here. And then from here, see if your heels can come up. You can even hold on to the chair if needed. 2, 3, 4, and one more time. All right, coming back to center, long spine brings you to a twist again to release that back. This time, the arm behind, right, your right arm reaches over in the direction of the left knee. Very good. And then coming back to center. Switch it over, twist, keep the knees pointing to the front, and then once you get there, lift that left arm towards that right knee. And then bring it back to center and release. All right, we'll get rid of the block, put it down underneath the chair. And then from here, we'll start warming up the hip. So going around in circles. And then bringing it the opposite direction. All right, we'll open and we'll close, keeping the trunk and the other knee facing the front. On the third time, hold it there and then gently lean over to the side. Put the hand on the hip and then turn the trunk a little bit back and a little bit in. A little bit back, in, and one more time. And then bring it to center. All right, we circle the other leg around. And bring it the opposite direction. And then opening and closing. And on the third time, hold it, we lean in, we bring the hand here, and we turn the chest slightly back and a little bit in. And again, press back, and then bring it back to center. All right, opposite arm to the leg lift, finding our contralateral movements. Up, up, up. All right, we go up and out towards the outside. Bring it back in, 2, and 3. Let's do this here, lift, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. We extend the arm and the leg nice and long, reaching towards the top. Warming up the knee. All right. On that next breath, extend the leg and fold forward. Try to keep the leg as straight as you can. We're going to point and flex the foot 3 times. And then hold the foot up and see if you can go just slightly lower, if that feels okay in the back of the leg. Coming back to center, we roll out and we roll in, out, in. All right, and then bring that leg to center. Again, extend the leg long. We fold halfway. We point and flex the foot, keeping the knee straight or the leg straight. Hold it and see if you can go just slightly down. And then inhale, bring it in and roll that leg out and in, out and in. Very good. Keep that leg there, and then on the next breath, holding up here, rotate the foot. Bring it the opposite way. Extend that leg, flex the foot, bring the leg in, again rotate. And bring it the opposite way. All right, both legs extend, flex the feet, lengthen the spine, keep the belly strong, and then you're coming down halfway or a little lower if that feels okay. But as you head down, nice and long spine, right? So don't round like this, don't close the chest, try to keep it up. Chest up, shoulders back. All right, and on the next breath, coming back to center. Open the legs a little bit. We're gonna bring shoulder to opposite knee in that direction. Doesn't get there, but you just go in that that way. And then over into the other side. Let's do one more each side, just getting to wake up the low back a bit more. Over, and then we bring it back to center. All right, we draw the knee in, and we roll that knee as far out as it feels okay, and you can even roll on the outside of the foot. 2, just 3 times, 3. And then bring it in here, as deep as you can, and as far back as you can. 2, and 1. Very good. Come back, walk the legs back to center. All right, now from here, pressing the arms forward, you're gonna draw one arm forward, one arm back, trying to squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back, one at a time. And then we're gonna do the both together, so you're staying there, you're squeezing back both of them, back, back, try not to bend the elbows, and one at a time. One gets longer and the other one retracts back. All right, very good. Lift the arms up if the shoulders feel okay, as if you're holding the ceiling with your hands. And on the exhale, keep the belly in. Long exhale through your mouth. You can make this sound. Inhale. Again. All right, come back to center and take a breath in and a breath out. Okay, breath in and breath out. We're gonna stand up. So you can bring the block with you for the standing postures. If you need to stay seated and you want to do the standing posture seated, you can make it work. You can modify it. All right, we're going to bring the block above the knees, so just keep the nice thin part to the front, not the big part. And it's like right in the middle of the inner leg. All right, walk the feet as close together as you can. Roll your shoulders back and find mountain pose. So I'm going to put my chair here. You could stay behind your chair. I just want to make sure you can see me. So reach the fingers down to the ground. Lift the chest up and see if you can stand just slightly taller. And then shift the weight a little bit forward on your toes and back. Just the weight, not lifting anything off the ground just yet. And then a little bit to the right and to the left. So if the wind is sort of moving your body in whichever direction. Forward, back, side, side. And then on the next breath, coming back to center. Now, holding onto the chair if you need to, otherwise your hands can come on your hips. And you can hold on with both hands. We're gonna lift, and we're gonna rock back onto your heels, lifting the toes, but not pushing the hips back. So keep your tailbone rooting to the floor. Lift, and then press back. Lift, press back. If I can do this with my hands here, or maybe it's one hand here. We're gonna add a little bit of a sitting position here, chair pose. So we're gonna go inhale, rock back to the heels, exhale, and then find an imaginary chair. Remember, shift back, don't do this, shift the weight back as if we're actually sitting on a chair. And then come back up, lift off the heels, rock back to your heels, lifting the toes. Toes drop and you sit down. Let's do that 3 more times. One last time. Very good. All right, now we're gonna go into a twist. So you're gonna inhale, reach your right arm, and you can have both arms here if you want, or you can hold on to the chair. Keeping the hips a little bit to the front, you're twisting the spine to the side. Bring it back to center. Again to the same side. The whole time you follow the hand with your eyes, right? So you're following that thumb. That's 3 times, and then you find the other side. Follow the thumb to the back. 2, and 1 more time. So notice how your concentration goes. Are you able to follow the thumb? Does your mind wander? Is your, getting distracted with something you hear outside? So trying to stay as focused as possible during the practice and throughout our day, of course. We inhale, we reach the arms up and overhead. We exhale, swan dive, folding in half. Keep the abdominal muscles engaged. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, slowly walk with a block between the legs all the way back to a down dog. So little steps until you get to a flat back. Breathe in, breathe out. See if you can look between your feet. Again, breathe in, breathe out. All right, that next breath makes us walk forward and then back into mountain pose. Take an inhale and an exhale. We sit in an imaginary chair as we eagle our arms. So remember, eagle arms are like this. You stack the elbows, and then if your forearms and your hands can meet, then fine. If not, just do this instead. Hold your shoulders instead of trying to hold the hands, but we can't even get the stretch on the shoulders, okay? So here or here, and we sit in the chair with the eagle arms, and we bring it back up and add just a little bit of a lift of a back bend. Exhale, inhale, little back bend. 3, 4, and on the 5th we hold it, and then stay there, and then squeeze the shoulders into the back, and switch the arm on the top for that eagle, and we go up, lift, lift to back bend, and we have one more time. We hold it on this one and we squeeze the shoulders into the back. Reach the arms up and overhead, super long. See if you can gaze halfway through the front wall, open through the throat, and on the next breath, exhale, swan dive, half forward fold, keep the abdominal muscles engaged. Stick your tongue out for that lion's breath. Long tongue. Inhale. And again. And then bring it back to center, back into mountain pose. All right, release the block from here. Put it on the chair. We'll use it in just a moment. But then before we move on, let's just stretch the inner thigh muscles. So you're gonna open the legs, turn the toes slightly in, and then fold halfway. You're gonna bend into one leg, feeling the stretch even more through one side, and then bring it to the other side. And bring it back. And one last time. Very good. Come back to center, toe heel the feet. And then come back and stand super tall. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, so let's find some opposite movements where we touch the hip and touch the shoulder, open the hands, touch the hip and shoulder. All right, we walk in place while we do this. Once we get it in place, then we walk in place. Very nice. If you're getting stuck, you can just stop moving the feet and just ask the brain to just find those opposites. All right. If you can lift the leg, we're going to lift the knee and touch the knee instead of the hip. It's the shoulder and the knee, shoulder and knee. So starting to add a little balance. If you can't lift the foot, then just place it in front, lift the heel. Remember, you can always modify everything. All right, come back to center, move side to side. Little loosening up of the arms, the spine. All right, next breath, either holding onto the chair or with the hands on the hips. We're gonna crisscross the foot in front. So make sure there's a little space between you and the chair so you don't get tangled up. You're gonna cross, you're gonna bring it to the side, bring it behind you and across. So you see I'm crossing the foot to the opposite side. Across, to the side, to the back, and behind. All right, let's do that on the other side. Cross, out, back, and behind. And then bring it back to center, back into that mountain pose. Breathe in and breathe out. If you don't have to hold on, don't hold on, otherwise put the hand on the hip. All we're gonna do is lift the left heel, reach the left arm, and add a side bend. But if I'm not stable, lifting that heel. I can hold on with my right hand on that chair. Come back to center, release. Lift the other heel, land the weight on the other leg, lift that arm up, and then add that side bend. And then bring it back into center. All right, it's opposite arm and leg, getting a little bit more balance. If you're struggling lifting the arm, then lift just the leg, okay? No need to lift the arm if you cannot. All right, the next one we hold. So extend arm and leg back, hold it and try to stabilize here as best you can. If this hand doesn't need to be here, it can be right here, or it can be off the chair in case you need it. Switch, extend. All right, switch. And then this time we're gonna bend a little bit forward. So if we're thinking about going into warrior 3, but then we change our mind. And then the leg is gonna lift up. Send it back straight, try to land halfway there, and then up. 2, just 3 times. And then bring it back to center. Take a pause. Opposite arm and leg. Again, you're going down halfway, and then bringing it up. We have one more. And we bring it back to center. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, so look at this one. This one's a little tricky if your balance is a little off. You're gonna lift the heel off the floor. You're facing the chair, right? And then you're gonna step out to the side and come like this into like sort of a goddess pose. Now, let's say I don't need to hold on to the chair to do that. Then you come into a full goddess and then you retrieve back. We're gonna do it to the other side, right? So you'll step back, open to the side, and sit down a little bit, and then bring it back up. So you see, this is where the chair, if needed, you go here, you go up, and you come back. Switch the arm, open, sit, and come back. We have one more each side, right? Changing our planes and working a little bit on our balance and flexibility. And bring it back to center. Come back to breath. Inhale and exhale. It's a down dog next. You could go a little deeper if you want. You can keep it the same way. It's a half forward fold first. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and into downward facing dog. So this is what I'm talking about. You can stay here, or if your chair allows you to put the hands here, you could go lower, or you can hold on to the sides of the chair a little lower. You don't have to, but if you wanted to. All right, connect to deep breath here. Inhale, slowly move a little bit forward and lift into cobra, lifting the chest up. Be careful, the chair doesn't go away. And then slowly travel forward, lift into a cobra again. Here, squeezing shoulders into the back. And then we let it go. All right, behind the chair, you can stay like this for the warrior poses. So you're gonna open the legs. I'm gonna move my chair so you can see me. So here, right? So you bend the front knee. You bring the back toe slightly in, and the arms will go here if that is comfortable, or you hold on to that chair. One or both hands, doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna move it. So we're gonna go inhale straight back. And then on the exhale, come into triangle pose. You lower the hand, you try to keep the chest lifted and the gaze up. If my arm can go up, it will look like this. Otherwise, I'll hold on to my chair. Inhale, bend the knee and reach it all the way back. Next time I come forward, I'm going to come into extended side angle. So the hand can go here, or you can come onto the forearm. The arm can stay here, or you can reach it over the ear into the front. So just see, right? Like I give you different options because not everybody, can balance if they let go of the chair. But if you don't need to, then you don't. Inhale, bring it back. Come and turn the toes slightly in and take a moment. In breath and out breath. Again, we're coming on the side of the chair. On this side of the chair now. Back toes in, these toes out. Again, you're in warrior two, that's where you begin. Reach the arm back, straighten out the leg this time around. And then you lower down into triangle pose, right here or here. Right, gaze up if you can balance, if not, look straight up ahead. Keep breathing. Inhale, bring it back into warrior two. Again, this time you bend all the way back again, but you keep that knee bent. And on the next breath, either the hand lands here or the forearm. You can stay here or that arm reaches as your gaze stays up. Inhale, bring that breath back or the leg back with the breath, and then turn the toes in. Hold in the hips, lift the chest, and with that chest lifted, fold into Prasarita. Halfway down, like if you have the chair here, maybe you put the hands on the chair or here, or just keep them on the hips. Inhale slowly on that next breath, bring it back. Toe heel just a little bit closer together. Keep the chair there. I'm going to move my legs so you can see. And then the chair so you can see my legs. And then we circle around. Waking up a little bit more through those hips and bring them the other direction. Now we're going to do a number 8 with the hips. Okay, so an infinity sign, a number 8 sideways. So imagine like you're drawing with your pelvic floor an infinity sign. So it's a small movement. I can barely tell you're doing it if I were to look at you. So it's not as big as our hip movement. Switch direction. Very nice. And then bring the hip to the side. Try to keep the chest nice and lifted, right? Don't bend forward. And then over to the other side. All right, come back to center. The toes are turned to the outside if they're not there already. And then we're coming in like this. We're going to bend the knees. Same movement. You're coming over to the side, keeping the shoulders to the back. Over. And one more to each side. Last one. Inhale, bring the arms out to the sides. If you're pushing the wall, straight legs. And then turn the palms of the hands facing up. Flex the wrist down, so fingers are pointing down to the floor, and then look from side to side. All right, very good. Inhale, come and interlace the fingers here, and then lift one elbow up, one elbow down, and you have just a little bit of a bend in the knees. Side to side, elbow up, elbow down. And then circle those wrists, around and around. Bring them the other way. Push the arms out, sit a little lower, and lift the arms up. We go up, we go down. Deeper and deeper if it feels okay, or just a little bit if the knees don't want to go that deep, or even the hips. Very good. Release the arms back into that cactus. Press out, and then toe heel the feet, and slowly lower the arms down. Finding that mountain again. All right, we find the balance, elbow to the knee. So if you're able to lift the elbow or bring the elbow to touch the knee, you do it. Otherwise, we do it like this. You lift, you drop. It doesn't have to be that high. Finding that contralateral again. All right, very nice. Reach it all the way up. Exhale, lower it all the way down. So that's preparing the body for the next one. The next one is going to use the block or the ball, whatever you have, if you have one. If not, you're going to bring the hands together. You're going to come in from the top and bring it across. Top and across. And at the same time, if we can, we lift that leg up. If you cannot, you lift the heel up. Okay? So heel up, or the whole foot goes up, with leg and everything. Let's do it without lifting anything from this side to this side. Cross. Okay, now that we know what we're doing, it's either the heel or the leg lifting up. Cross it. Cross it one more time. Cross it. And then bring it back. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, bring the arms up. Bring the blocks to touch the back of the head. Lower all the way down. Just 3 times. Just getting that stretch there. 2. And 3. All right. Bring the block to the side. Now, heel up. If your balance is okay, you lift up. If your balance is a little off, keep the foot on the ground. Because we're going to do this. We're going to pass the block from side to side. So we're giving the body and the brain a little bit more work than if we were just lifting that leg up. If you can keep it up, then you keep it up. Very good. And then bring it down. Take a breath. We switch sides. So it's this foot here or up here, right? And then we're bringing, so I'm keeping my foot down, but again, lift it up if you can. And bring it down and to center. Pause here for a moment. Let the heart rate down. So you notice the heart rate will increase, and then as you settle in, it'll go down a little bit. What are sensations you feel in your body? You might feel your feet tingling, your fingertips tingling. All right, it's a 4-fold, and then we'll head down, okay? So we lift the arms up, we lower down, up and down, and then up, and we fold in half. You can keep the arms here, or you can lift them as you fold in half. Keep the belly strong. Inhale, bend the knees, release the block, and come and bring it along the ears, and hold here. Press the block with your hands. All right, on the next breath, we place the block on the floor, and we straighten out through the legs. Your spine should still be straight. If it's not, just bring the hands on the knees, okay? Breathe in and breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Bend the knees, pick up the block, and come back up. All right, we're coming to the chair. I forgot to give you a water break, so if you want a little bit of water break, I have to see one of you drinking water. Then I remember. Oh my goodness, my memory. All right, continue drinking water while I explain the next one, okay? So we're gonna put the block either like this, or the ball works too, Barbara. You can just use the ball. It actually feels really nice with the ball, because you get like a little bit of a massage. So you're gonna put the block right up here, between the shoulder blades. You see how it's not in the lower back? It's between the shoulder blades. Don't put it so high that you lose it. And then the palms of the hands are gonna face forward as you hold on to the chair, and lift the chest gently up as the shoulders come back. I'm going to turn around so you can see the front. All right, so hands are here, and I will keep that shoulder externally rotated, and then grab onto the legs of the chair or this part, whatever your chair looks like. Breathe. Maybe your eyes want to close if that feels comfortable, or find a point straight ahead and gaze softly there. All right, slowly release, and then we'll move the block and just bring it down underneath the chair. Sit all the way towards the back, take a couple of breaths. We'll continue in a moment. Relax any tension you might feel, any tightness. All right, next breath, we're gonna come into that butterfly. So the feet together, knees out to the side. You can keep it here. Those of you that are comfortable bringing it up here and that feels okay, you can do either one side or both sides. And if you're having trouble with the back on the chair, you can move slightly forward and sit upright, but otherwise just leaning back, right? We're just cooling down now. If you're like this with, like me, just stay as you are. If you only have one leg up, then you switch the side that's up. Remember, you're connecting to breath anywhere that you are, trying to focus in the present moment as much as possible. You notice as we come into a stop in certain poses, the mind begins to wander. Just come back to what you're feeling in your body, come back to finding your breath. All right, and then the next breath, you release the legs. We're gonna cross the foot either here, or you're gonna bring it up here for that figure four stretch. Stay nice and upright, sitting back just to begin with. So a gentle press, but no push it. Just a little reminder. Now, if you're feeling this stretch a lot, you stay here. If you want just slightly more, you can fold slightly forward, but just try to come from here rather than, bringing the chest down and all that. All right, we'll let that leg cross, and then we'll add a little bit of a twist to the back. Inhale, slowly bring it back. Release the leg. Again, you're either coming down here if you can't bring the foot up, or you're coming all the way up here, and first just see it sitting back. Then if you want a little more, you can fold forward, or you can stay right where you are. All right, very slowly releasing that leg down, and then crossing and twisting to the other side. And then slowly bring it back to center and release the legs. Do a little trunk circle just to loosen up the spine one way and then the other way. And then just a couple of cat cows, open and close, just a little rounding. And then we bring it back to center. We sit all the way into the back of the chair. You can either keep the hands like this, or you can interlace the fingers and keep the hands sort of like a little container. Now imagine as you sit here that your whole body can let go, can relax completely. We imagine, because most of the time it won't, right? It just holds itself in a certain place. But even if we can just imagine just kind of softening slightly more and more with every exhale. Visualize anything you need, either today or for the rest of your week, being placed in the palms of your hand, whether it's acceptance, joy, peace, patience, whatever it is. If something comes to mind, maybe nothing does, right? Maybe you don't need anything. But if something does, just imagine that being placed in the palms of your hands. And we'll finish with the loving kindness meditation before we take our final Shavasana. May I be happy. May I be strong. May I be free from suffering. May I know peace. Try to relax just a little bit for the next couple minutes. Letting the breath slowly deepen. Notice that temperature in the breath as it comes in at the tip of the nose, as it leaves the body. Begin to find gentle movements. Release the hands from that position and the toes and the fingers. Roll the shoulders up and back a couple times. Allow your eyes to open. Just look around the room. And then allow your eyes to land in an object that feels neutral, something that doesn't carry any emotion. And we'll take 3 breaths together. Keep your eyes there. Reach arms up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bring it to center. Up, inhale. One last time. We'll bring the hands and rub them together right in the front. And once again, 3 times. Maybe it's the same place. Maybe it's a different place where you want to put your hands. Again, rub the palms together. One more time. Bringing the hands to our center as you take a moment of gratitude towards yourself for showing up. Right, that's the hardest part. You can say thank you and then say your name. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you,
Thank
Michelle.
you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Everyone.
All right. Thank you again to the Parkinson's Foundation for the support. And I'll see you guys in a few weeks.
Thank you. This was my late day, so sorry I was late.